Hello, everybody. So, as you can tell by the hair today, it's been an interesting morning, and well, it's been an interesting year. What was it? So, for the bulk of last year, just stopped doing everything, and as most of you have noticed, I did end up purging just about everything from Daily Conniption and the channel because the idea of possibly being fucking hunted down for something I said 2 3 years ago isn't exactly what I'm looking forward to. If you hear a little bit of wind coming in, don't mind that because I forgot to put the little cut of foam in to the case for the new phone because of course last phone had to fail conveniently. Anyway, all right. So, outside of that, and honestly, like it's been really fucking difficult this year. This year, mostly last year, but coming into this year now. 2020 tutorial complete. Um, as most of you already know, the whole fucking system has completely fucking collapsed. It's fantastic, isn't it? And as you can see, the politicians and the bankers and the rest, of course, don't give a fucking rat's ass about people. Um, all the stimulus money, all this shit, and COVID is still a thing, still a problem. Either way, all right. So, I planned on opening this a lot differently, but it's just like everything else. As soon as you start doing it, that's when it's just like, well, I guess this is how we're gonna do it now. But we're gonna get into a couple of things. I want to try to pack everything I can into this because I don't know how often. Like honestly, on top of the fact that we honestly have a Gestapo government now. All right, and everything's gone crazy. Like, I just don't have the fucking energy too. It's just like, how many fucking kicks in the nuts can we fucking get before you just want to give up. You want to throw in the towel. All right, it's bad enough that there are plenty of incentives. All right, to not open your mouth anymore, but or for any of us really to open our mouths anymore. And I don't know the saying that bad things happen when good people do nothing. Honestly, we are at the point now where we honestly like, oh god, I'd prefer not to be hunted. All right, for wrong think. My family, direct, immediate, extended, family in other states, they probably don't want to hear that I'm getting hunted because I said something that the thought police didn't like. So, God, I really don't know anymore. I really don't know anymore. But we're trying to get this done because it is cold and lonely and windy and shitty. So right out of the gate, I guess we're gonna squeeze this in instead of like it kind of would make sense to make this part separate, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Um, so all you Biden voters out there, are you happy? Are you satisfied? I'm not hearing nothing. I mean, I'm not in a cemetery either, so what can I say? Yeah, but there are actual people who voted for Biden, and I hope you're happy with what you're getting. I gotta say, like, just right out of the gate, there's a gun store in Mississippi. Of course, they're getting a lot of press for it, but honestly, they're pretty justified. If you're a Biden voter, do not show up to that gun store. Honestly, I want to see all the fucking gun stores do that. I really do. Is if you voted for Biden, if you were a part of the rush to get guns, and then you voted for Biden, and you voted Democrat, You don't deserve to have them. All right, and this is really like a divine line here. All right, this is just the truth. Whether you want to see it for what it is or not, honestly, the people in the red areas, all right, I mean, most of the Democrats are in the cities and underground, but but it's the red areas that make the guns. It's the red areas that make the ammunition. It's the red areas that especially need the guns and ammunition. It is the red areas that grow your food. And, I had to add on to it because people were like, yeah, this is justified. And it's just like, you know what else is justified? Not selling anything to blue areas. Don't sell food to the cities. Don't sell food? What the fuck is wrong with me? It's the cold. Don't sell food to Democrat areas. Now, given a lot of people might see that as brutal, it's deserved. I mean, it's not like you guys are growing your own food. All right, it's not like you guys have been getting prepared. You're just sitting there and waiting for shit to happen, you know. And unsurprisingly, the shit that happens never good, never good. We've really got to get deep into some shit here. We've got Trump derangement syndrome, still a thing, still huge. People still want to blame everything on Trump. The reality is, what the hell did he do to you? All right, listen. You can deplatform me, ban me. You can try to hunt me down and dox me for saying it, but Trump didn't do a goddamn thing to you. All right, he didn't do a thing to you, and most of you. I do hope that most of you are finally starting to come around to the fact that now that Trump's gone, we're all fucked. All of us. All of us. Because if you honestly think that the censorship stops with us, you are fucking brain dead. You are absolutely brain dead if you think that this is over. All right. First and foremost, racism is not that big of a problem. All right, it's not as bad as you think it is. All right, and God, just look at the goddamn numbers. All right, and just to first and foremost, getting out of the way, nobody trusts the cops. Nobody trusts the cops, just like nobody trusts the government. It's just the fucking way things are. All right? Everybody gets kicked in the nuts sometimes. All right? It happens. Everybody gets pulled over. Now, given in the cities, things are a bit different, but that's not a federal problem. That's a your fucking city problem. I've honestly come to terms, and I'm accepting Antifa for what they are. I'm accepting the radical left for what they are, and honestly, I think at this point we should be coming together. All right. Now, a lot of people might, a lot of people on the right not fans of Antifa, but honestly, I think we should come together on this. All right. Some of the ideas that I've had. All right. And believe me, I've been doing an insane amount of fucking research this whole time, and it's depressing. It really is depressing. All right, knowing what kind of oh God, I don't know where it ends, but I know where we're going, and it's not going to be good for any of us. All right, honestly, we're seeing the inflation expectations pick up. Which means, regardless, and it's not even necessarily because of the money printing. They haven't printed enough money. All right, it sounds fucking ridiculous, but it's the truth. The supply chain problems are the bigger issue. The fact that nobody's fucking working. All right, and that the majority of people, especially here in America, the majority of people. If they are working, they're working the service jobs. The service jobs are already fucking worthless. All right? And once those jobs are gone, they're not coming back. All right? That's another thing to accept. They're not coming back. All right, that was it. This morning through the news feed, the Sophia robot, the creepy robot. All right, where they have the exposed shit for the head. I'm pretty sure. That's still the deal. So you can see through and see all the tech in there. But they're gonna mass produce those creepy ass robots. All right. Uh those are our replacements. Those are your and my replacements. All right. They're going to be going in for medical. They're going to be in there for replacement of all the service jobs. All they really need to teach that robot how to do is get things from point A to point B that won't be on the little conveyor belts. Because I mean, even the Russians have been, what was it? It'd be like 4 or 5 months ago. Fully automated KFC. Yeah, that's the reality. That's the future, and it's the fourth industrial revolution. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. No, the problem is one of the bigger problems is in America is that people already own nothing. That's why everybody's fucked. That's why everybody's retirements are in the toilet. That's why nobody cares, because there is literally no incentive to care. All right, there's no incentive at all. All right, and just let me branch off right quick. At some point for the videos, I don't know. I honestly I don't feel good about doing videos anymore. I really don't. But but maybe I'll just set up a second channel, change the name of this to something else. Maybe keep it in line with Spades, and this will be its own thing. And then another channel could be the Sacrificial Lamb. All right, but that's how things might go. Anyway, back to the point. We're all getting replaced. This is the end. All right, at least like there's no economy after this. All right, the only economy that will exist after all this is said and done is going to be black market. That's it. That is literally it. What it comes down to now is just the speedy transition. All right, part of what makes this decline more rapid now at this point is just because it is happening extremely quickly. We're probably going to wake up. Well, I know we're going to wake up tomorrow and see a bunch of desperate hedge funds, thanks to Wall Street Bets, which, by the way, oh my God, I am so proud. I am so proud of that. All right, because this is something that people on the left and the right can get behind. Bankrupting those slimy motherfuckers. Bankrupting them. Giving them what they deserve. All right? And the basic explanation of how they operate is, and this is off the comment section of, I think one of Mr. Obvious's videos. The explanation, let's say you borrow an apple from somebody and the apple's worth $2. You sell it and you get the $2 and you wait for the price to drop down to $1. You're betting against a stock or a company. All right. So if the price goes down, because not only did you just increase the supply of the paper for it, but and the paper is supposed to represent the real life thing. But not only did you increase the supply, but you do it on a large basis. You force the prices down. All right, so the $2 apple becomes worth $1. You then take $1, keep it for yourself, put it in your own bank account, buy another apple, and within the contract time, you pass over the apple that you borrowed, and all is good. So these hedge funds, these billion-dollar hedge funds, are parasitic leeches on the people, and they do nothing. They literally do nothing except take advantage of a nice little trick to make millions and billions 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 of dollars. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, and we are back. All right, so Wall Street Bets has taken advantage of the opportunity, and they have all gone in and they have spammed the buy button. They have leveraged out X amount of dollars, and they've borrowed a fortune to force the share price up. So what happens now that they've forced the share price up? That means the hedge funds not only lose money, but they lose excessive amounts of money because now they have to buy the stock back at the inflated price. So this is literally cost just on GameStop, just for GameStop stock. This has cost the hedge funds over $14 billion. They are going to go bankrupt. They are screaming and whining to the SEC for regulation. The major trading accounts, when it comes to, I don't know if Robinhood actually did it yet, but Charles Schwab, E-Trade, Ameritrade, all those are like good little weasels, moving in to help protect their hedge fund friends by blocking any more purchases. Don't need to worry about that. All the shares have been purchased. So the hedge funds starting tomorrow, the hedge funds need to pay whatever fucking price they gotta pay to get the shares back to replace the shares that they borrowed. And the fun part of it is they've borrowed more shares than actually existed. So it's more of an exponential problem. It's an exponential bankruptcy. Adding to that, not only are they going to go bankrupt, not only are they screaming and whining and bitching because for once people screwed them over, all right? But to add to all of it, everybody's together on that. Everybody. And now you see what the whole point of the censorship really is, claiming everything's fucking hate speech. They're silencing Wall Street Bets. Not Twitch. It's not Twitch. Fuck. What's their name? Discord. So Discord shut down Wall Street Bets server. Now new ones are cropping up, but they claimed for hate speech. Oh, the hate speech. What do you have to do in order to shut down somebody you don't like on a public forum? All right, on a public forum, all you got to do is set up an account. And this is why Wall Street Bets went private on. God, my hand's freezing. This is why Wall Street Bets went private. Because all you got to do on a public forum, you create one account, you post some evil Nazi, Hitler, KKK, whatever the hell, propaganda, and then you use another account to report it. And next thing you know, oh no, we can't have that, it's the evil hate speech. No. Honestly, people complaining about hate speech. We've been hearing a lot of fucking hate speech the past 4 years. But, oh no, it's okay to hate Big Orange, man. It's okay to hate the evil Republicans that grow your food. The ones who get shot at, fucking going to the wars that are pointless, that we have no fucking business being in. Oh, it's great, isn't it? I love what I'm seeing. Alright, I won't lie, Wall Street Bets has kind of given me a little boost of fucking energy to actually make this video. Between that and SC, putting in a thing on spades. I spent like 4 hours rewriting that because, it just, none of this makes sense. None of what's happening to the world right now makes sense outside of a conspiratorial mindset. If you, strip away conspiracy, what's been going on makes absolutely no fucking sense. It makes absolutely no sense without conspiracy. So then at that point, trying to figure out where the hell is it coming from? This whole thing with COVID, something changed. All right, something really changed. At a certain point, certain groups started taking advantage of the situation. All right, and they're making themselves extremely rich and powerful doing it. But they've taken control. They've taken control of the entire situation, and now everything's moving to a convenient drumbeat. And you hear them using the same code words before the election and continuing into the election. The code word, our democracy. What does it mean? It means our racket. That's all it is. It's a racket. It's a goddamn racket. Our democracy. Their democracy. All right. First and foremost, anybody who knows anything about the country they live in, at least in terms of America, it's supposed to be this thing called a representative republic. It's not a democracy. You're supposed to vote for people, all right? You're supposed to vote for people who you think most represent you in a given area. And then they are supposed to vote within that mindset on your behalf for the good of your neighborhood, your city, whatever the hell, your state. Conveniently, now they don't have to do that because now we're going to have, 5, 6 more states, and they're all going to be blue. They're all going to be blue. Take all the territories, take Puerto Rico, they're going to make D.C. the 51st state, very blue area. The Republicans out there who backed down, and we're not even going to cover that weasel Mitch because, my God, you want to talk about snake in the grass. I actually thought for once, like when I was younger, I was really far left, even before the far left was far left. And, I hated that son of a bitch. I really did. I hated him as a person. He's a terrible, terrible person. All right. But he's shown, even more right-leaning now, how much of a weasel and just a complete scumbag he really is. And honestly, a lot of the Republicans are. And it's okay to not support them. It's okay to not support the Republican Party. It is okay to vote blue. If you are red, go ahead, vote blue. Vote blue, because those bastards deserve it. Absolutely, they deserve it. But regardless, they backing down with the idea that, we'll get them in another 2 years. It'll be fine. No, it won't. No, it won't. Not at all. Not at all. You will never. If you are a Republican right now, if you are a senator or a congressman, terrorism, hide under your chairs like cowards, oh God, the evil old ladies, oh my God, they're storming the Capitol, It's fucking retarded. Most people, I won't fucking lie, I hear gunshots every day, alright? Now given, not a city, not getting shot at every day. But people around here, gunshots every day, even in the freezing fucking cold. Gunshots every day, especially now. But people in the cities are dodging bullets every fucking day. Oh, but the second the politicians, oh no, our oh so sacred politicians, the second that somebody shows up in a fucking like Genghis Khan suit or something, next thing you know, they're cowering. They're hiding. Dude, people who live in depending on the city, of course, but if you're in the right city, you have to fucking duck every 5 seconds on your way to work, on your way to school, all those nice areas where they're already Democrat and conveniently nobody gives a fuck about them. All right? You think changing the federal government, all right? You think switching it all to blue, you think voting for people is going to change that? No, if you're Democrat, you don't fucking realize it. You don't realize just how screwed you're gonna get. Alright? Because the rest of us Reds, or red-leaning people, assuming we all don't get hunted down by the Gestapo and thrown into camps for wrongthink, the rest of us, we're gonna be self-sufficient. You guys are gonna be on your own. When there's no gas in the pumps, when there's no food in the grocery store, you guys are going to have a really rough time at it. Alright, the rest of us, we planted shit, and we harvest shit. The rest of us are going to have food. The rest of us saw this shit coming. So good luck with that. Really, good luck with that. Because at some point, when money printer goes burr and you get some more of that sweet, sweet stimulus money, it's not going to get you anything. And we really are going to go into a world where it's going to be who you know, but it's not going to be for jobs. It's not going to be for jobs. It's going to be who you know in order to get that shiny roll of toilet paper. All right? That's the future we're heading towards. All right? Most of the business, this is actually one thing. This is actually one thing. All the businesses that just got nuked, all the small business, people are going to realize, especially if these guys want to at some point try to set up a business again in the future, which, financially it was already rough. It's going to be damn near impossible. When they see the new hikes to the unemployment taxes and everything else, there's not going to be any businesses. At least there's not going to be any businesses operating as the state would want. All right, especially in all these cities, you're going to have black market TP dealers. All right, that's literally what's going to happen. That's literally what's going to happen, and you're going to have to know people to even be able to get close within 100 feet of that precious, precious toilet paper. All right, that's the future that's coming. That is the future that's coming. I guarantee you right now, the supermarkets will be empty. All right, all the stores that are still open, that aren't boarded up, they're going to be empty too. All right, in Weimar, Germany, I didn't even know this until a couple months ago, but in Weimar, Germany, you know how people dealt with the inflation? They bought doorknobs. Literally anything that would hold its value. Hell, a sheet of paper would hold its value better than the currency. All right, and I'd say we don't need to see inflation because of money printer go burr. We're going to see inflation because nobody is making anything, especially in this country. We were already service based. All right, now literally just constantly back and forth, on and off, grinding to a halt, grinding to a halt, grinding to a halt. All right, China's going back under lockdowns. They're sticking swabs up people's butts. All right. Now, I don't know about you, but I mean, Fauci coming out saying, oh, two masks is better than one after he said no masks at all. Honestly, if you believed him when he said no masks at all, you get what you deserve. Give me another second, guys. Oh, God. It's that cold. Anyway, so Fauci now is saying 2 masks. Why not 100? Why not 1,000 masks? Yeah. Your ears are probably gonna get fucking ripped right off, like pigs. I also found out recently that the way most farmers, castrate pigs is with a really thick rubber band. All right, and they just tie it and wait. All right. Anyway. I don't even. What? Oh shit! I'm losing my train of thought. Oh god! All right. Focus. All right. So now we have to wear 10,000 masks. All right. Put a big smile on our face. Don't worry when you fall over because you can't breathe. You could say it's in solidarity for George Floyd. But now, when it comes down to it, we won't be breathing anytime soon. I prefer to breathe mostly, but that's just a thing. I guess I'm part of the evil patriarchy for wanting to breathe, but it's a thing, and maybe I should have lasers on my foreheads because I won't spout the common narrative that they want you to think. They're lying to people. They are just blatantly lying to people, and it's fucking sick. It's just fucking sick. But anyway, nasal swab isn't enough. All right, they're going to demean you by sticking swabs up your butt. Congratulations, you've survived wave 1. Here comes wave 2. Of course, the fun thing is a bunch of people down there. It started in like Hong Kong or Shanghai, one of the two. They butt swabbed 2 million people. Some of them multiple times. Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Anyway. So, everything's going to shit. Absolutely everything's going to shit. What the hell do we do about it? All right. This is more the area that I could see myself being lit on fire, or was it an accidental spontaneous combustion just out of nowhere when they give the fucking FBI or any other branch of government or the new Gestapo, whatever it'll be, when I melt into a puddle, it'll be because of saying things like this. I'm gonna try to keep it a little toned down, just a little. It's about damn time that the people of this country realize that being divided by the system is one of their favorite tactics, and as you could see by the world around you, especially when you hop online and you see what's going on. Homeless people everywhere, shiny new tents. Everybody desperate increasingly, and on top of it realizing that the situation's only going to get more desperate because the government is absolutely fucking incompetent. And it goes beyond incompetency. It's more conspiracy at this point. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, and you should be worried about that, because whatever they're doing, in the end, it's not going to be good. All right. People do need to come together. All right. This is something special. People need to be able to look past all of the bullshit that they've divided us with. This means the militia groups and Antifa. This means literally everybody and all you people on the fence. All right. This means everybody. The only way things are going to actually change, the only way we're going to have a country of the people, for the people, by the people, is if the people show up. All right. Now don't immediately fucking think, oh shit, he said show up. Let's bum rush the Capitol again. No. That was a fucking disaster. Although I'm sure for the people who showed up, it might have been quite a lot of fun. Especially knowing that the politicians were cowering like pussies. All right. Oh, that's worth its weight in gold. Hiding under chairs. Like, dude, schools get shot up every fucking day. Every day. Well, maybe not as much anymore. Of course, the news doesn't talk about it anymore because they've moved on from that. But schools get shot up every day, but the second the politicians have somebody who might shoot them, oh my god! Ban the guns! Oh, we need 25,000 National Guard. Oh, thanks for helping us out. Now, fuck you. Go sleep in the parking garage when it's cold as shit. Thanks! And enjoy the COVID that you got. It's free. Comes free. We ran out of mint pillows. Or pillows. Mints for the pillows. We ran out of mints for the pillows that we didn't provide you. Have fun! People need to come together. They do. All right. Now, believe me, there's still going to be a lot of anger and hatred towards some people who didn't see what was coming. But 2/3, at least, of the population knows what really happened when it came to Election Day. And I'm not insinuating anything by that, Susan, YouTube. I'm not insinuating anything. Just like I'm not insinuating. It's fine. It's fine. Don't you worry about me. There's much bigger fish to fry, right? Right? Yeah. There's much bigger people who are evil thought criminals. They're everywhere. They might be behind you right now. Run. The call came from inside the house. Okay? People need to come together, and what we need to do, honestly, with how corrupt the politicians are now, of course, I'm also not insinuating that any kind of organizations should be formed in the interest of the people. Definitely not, but I would just like to offer this mild solution. I think it's about time to throw all the politicians out. As in actually throw them out. As if As in, if should a day like that day ever happen again, I think it's about time that the people sit in all the positions, all right? Just have a seat, all right? And just throw the politicians out the door, have a seat, and be the new politicians. It's a crazy idea, I know, but really all you need is like two people from each state, four people from each state. All right, we'll say four people from each state. If you can't get, people from Hawaii or Alaska, that's okay. That's okay. Just do your best. Do your best. All right, maybe find four people each to kind of represent them a little bit. All right, and from that point, it's as simple as this. It's as simple as this. Pass a good handful of laws to completely disown all former politicians. All right, completely. No security details, no retirement plans, no health care benefits. It's about time they live like the rest of us, right? And then on top of that, since we want to head towards the wonderful socialist utopia, all right, I think it's about time that maybe the top politicians, no, not the top politicians, all the politicians, especially the really bad ones. I think it's about time that the politicians be stripped of their property. Most of the money that the politicians made was made criminally, insider trading, all right, convenient laws in their favor. Of course, they prevented themselves from ever being thrown in prison for what they did. I think it's about time that the American people change that, don't you think? So, I think it makes sense to strip all the politicians of their property. All right, for the good of the Soviet. No, sorry, my apologies. The socialist utopia. All right, that is what makes sense, and then go through and maybe undo all the laws that help their friends, and maybe put in some real laws. All right. Maybe just tell the bankers to go fuck themselves. Maybe take back all the bailout money with interest and bankrupt them all. All right, you can keep the Federal Reserve, destroy the Fed. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Honestly, the country's a fucking disaster at this point. And then here's one of the more fun ideas that I had. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm more of the gambling man type. God knows I don't have the money to gamble, so I don't. But I do like the idea. All right, I do love it. I really do. All right. I think instead of elections, we should just have one giant national Powerball. Wouldn't that be great? But not for money, for representation. It's only fair that most of the people there's one problem. People wouldn't be able, you can't allow people to turn down the opportunity to serve their country. You can't. You absolutely can't, because the problem that we have is the most motivated, criminally sick, corrupt bastards get into the government. They're driven. They're very self-righteous. They love themselves a lot. I'm sure Mitch loves himself quite a lot. And God knows, with him and his wife and the Chinese shipping, he would never, ever, ever stand to benefit, directly or indirectly, from the offshoring of American jobs. So everything could be made overseas and moved on ships that his wife and their family own. My God. It's incredible, isn't it? What we should do in this country is every single area of the country should be a fully transparent, let's make great note of that, fully transparent, multiply audited lottery. Use the Social Security Administration, have them crank out new numbers. Every single person gets a number. All right? That is your number in the lottery. to ensure that good people end up in the government, nobody can say no. If you are selected, you gotta go. You gotta represent the country for a year at least. We could say 2, but honestly, I think most people would be happy and satisfied with only having to do it for a year. To reiterate again, the reason why you can't let anybody say no is for the same reason why jury selection is such a pain in the ass, all right? Is really what you get, all right, in a country that is so hell-bent on being, a jury of your peers. Most people, all right, you end up in a situation where you only get the people who were too dumb to come up with an excuse. Given there are some people who just want to do it for shits and giggles, and there are some unemployed people who are, willing to do it because hey, it's some extra money. Why the hell not? But in the vast majority of cases, jury by your peers means jury by people who couldn't come up with a good enough excuse. All right, who weren't quick on their feet. That's what it really means. So, what do we do? What do we do with that? Every district, we could set hard lines for districts. All right, very hard lines, can't be gerrymandered. Once they're set in stone. All right. To be fair, actually, maybe the only time you'd want to redraw the lines is, in some cases, if the entire north of Texas becomes completely liberal, then you might want to draw a line like, all right, that's liberal Texas and this is conservative Texas. Yankee Texas and Dixie Texas. But it'd be a pretty good move. All right. Every year, January, whenever the hell, after Christmas, everybody, all right, gets to watch TV, all right, and while they're watching TV or stream, just sit there and watch the ball spin around and boom, all right, the next representative of our fine state of wherever the hell is Bob McBobson. All right, and there are people who would make the argument that what happens if you end up with a government full of idiots? Don't we have that now? Isn't that convenient? What happens if you end up with a government full of criminals? Well, honestly, you probably don't want to let the criminals, hardened criminals, like real fucked up people, Hunter Biden types. You wouldn't want those people to be able to participate. So in that case, let's say for whatever reason, their number was still printed on a ball. It's just like, all right, this person has had past criminal convictions. We have to re-roll. All right, you re-roll, get another guy. All right, and honestly, I got to make this point to people. I really do. All right, because God knows there's no fucking community anymore. People fucking hate each other. The reality is, at the end of the day, I would rather have a government of normal, everyday morons. I'm sure you would too, because normal, everyday morons at least have a heart. They're not sick, slimy snakes. Alright? They're not slithering bastards trying to fuck you out of your money. Alright? That's the fucking reality of it. We do not have representation in this country. Not for a fucking second. These people spend their time raising money for their re-election and kissing asses, but the reality is they do nothing for us. Nothing. But they do send a bunch of money over for Pakistani gender studies because that really stuck in people's minds at a time when the country is racked with unemployment, homelessness, and everybody's future is in the fucking toilet. Yeah. They can always find the money for that, but for you, fuck you. Here's $600. Get the fuck away from us. Shut up. We don't want to hear it. All right? We got to get rid of these people. That's just the fact. This is not a partisan issue. This is a right, a left, a center, an up, a down, a red, a blue, a green. All right? The politicians gotta fucking go. This country needs to be reconstructed. All right? That's just the reality of it. We need to draw new lines. We have to change things up, and we have to actually ensure that there's some fucking representation in this government. That's just the fact of it. And should government be limited? 100%. 100%. Most people don't even realize that a lot of the poverty in this country conveniently is a result of the way of what they did to try to fix it. All right? The Great Society. Everybody gets food stamps now, so Walmart can justify paying you nothing, and so can everybody else. And honestly, I don't know why so many people are willing to accept these fucking wages. I don't get it. There's a lot of NPC type people who will accept getting paid fucking peanuts because, oh well, when it's time to retire, when I'm old, there's gonna be Social Security. I hate to break it to you, there's not gonna be Social Security. It's not gonna be there for you. All right. Now, I gotta be honest with you, people here. It's not gonna be there. Nothing is. All right, because just at its base, we'd need to what? Quadruple the population and have them all employed? We can't even employ all the people we have now at working age. How the fuck do you think anybody's going to pay for Social Security? It's going to be with printed money. I paid into the system. No, you just paid an additional tax and they spent that money. It's not there. And believe me, I don't want to have to fucking tell you guys this, all right, especially if you're older. I don't want to tell you that the reality is you're going to be even broker than you were before, all right, because you're going to be so old you can't fucking work anymore, and then you're going to be getting paid just enough money to maybe afford a can of cat food. You're going to have to move in with your kids, and God knows most old people don't want to be, you don't want to feel like a burden, but the reality is the money's not going to be anywhere near what you need to survive. It already isn't. I mean, shit, a lot of you out there, you love guys like Bill Clinton. Even beyond the Epstein thing, which, by the way, he didn't kill himself. All right. Even beyond the Epstein thing, under Bill Clinton, they fucked with the inflation numbers. That's why when you're on Social Security, you're so broke and you're so poor. All right. It's not. It's because Bill Clinton fucked you. All right, and we continue to play this game because they cannot afford to actually pay out all the Social Security benefits if you actually adjust it for honest to God inflation, which is somewhere around at least, 10 to 20% a year? It's something. It's something. There's a reason why you can't afford to live. It's the same reason why none of your kids and their kids can afford to live. All right, these politicians have bankrupted the country. They overpromise and underdeliver because God knows they never fucking work a day in their lives. They don't know what the fuck it takes. They don't even have to fucking see how big the tax bills are for the people who do fucking work for a living. All right? The reality is, whether you like it or not, Social Security is going to disappear. You are going to have to, as an old person, at some point, all right, because I already see it now, but it's going to get worse. You are going to have to rely on a community around you to help take care of you. All right? Get this. Understand this. The government is not going to be there for any of us. All right? It's not going to be there for any of us. All right? And the only thing that the banks are going to do for you is foreclose on your ass. That's the reality. That's the reality of what's going on in this country. All right? People need to come together. We have to replace the election system with a lottery, even if we don't get the most brilliant people. All right? We could set the term limits to a year. Even if we don't get the most brilliant people, at least we get some fucking honest people for once. And I think everybody, all right? Can you agree? Everybody can get behind that. All right? And then on top of it, we're going to end on this, all right? Originally, I was going to split this up into multiple videos, specifically hitting different topics, but you know what? We're just going to go with this one. If you made it this far, share the video, download it, make a copy of it if you have to. Just hold on to it, all right? Just hold on to it, or at the very least, hold on to the subtitles, all right? Whatever it may be, And share this. Get some public support behind it. All right? It's like, hey, let's do this. Let's do this shit. All right? Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a lot better than the alternative. All right? But moving on, autonomy. this is another issue. The last issue we are going to talk about today. I've accepted that Antifa is going to continue. All right. And that no matter what we do, there will always be political fracturing. All right. No matter what we do, people are going to disagree. So, what makes sense is to allow people the freedom from the government that honestly they should be entitled to and deserve. Okay? So, this is how that would go. After a new government would be possibly established, after the people finally got control of what's supposed to be theirs in the first place, after there's some honest representation, create some kind of a small department. All right, maybe you could just do it through the Senate and the Congress. Doesn't matter. Honestly, don't even need to be in the Capitol building. Just build the People's Senate, the People's Congress. All right, and don't just have the lotteried politicians. All right, have a sit-in. Have a bunch of people on the sides who can shout down, "There's some bullshit." All right, and then people on the other side, "Shut up, Bitteray." All right, that's what this country deserves. All right, it wouldn't be exactly pretty, but I mean, goddamn, even Britain, those people, they talk over each other, they bust each other's balls all the time in their government. At least there's some comedy in that, and honestly, it's a better way of doing things for them. All right, and it works. That's okay. God bless Nigel Farage. Anyway, beyond all this, we need the ability for areas to declare autonomy and be recognized as fully autonomous areas. All right, let Seattle go. Let it go. Let it be Antifa. All right, and let the Midwest or something form a special area called Magastan. All right, anything. Allow people to declare some form of autonomy and simply have it set up. So you have to figure out how the government structure is going to be set up, how the local government's going to be set up, and then you're going to want to have it. What are the tax rates? Are there any taxes at all? And and then the only requirement is that one, they have to have some kind of fucking law, some kind of law. They have to submit some kind of code of laws for their area, for that territory. Two, you have to allow dissidents to leave, all right? Because this is important. In Seattle, if Seattle were to turn into a fully autonomous city, you have to give normal people the ability to get the fuck out without being harmed, all right? You don't want to push more violence. It's important. So people don't want to be there? That's fine. That's fine. Leave them the fuck alone and let them go. All right? Just let them go. And then you can have Seattle all to yourselves. And then the Magastanians could have all of the Magastan to themselves. All right? So you have to have a legal system. All right? You have to have some kind of law enforcement. You have to declare a tax system and tax rates, all that shit. All of this could be done in a couple sheets of paper. Of course, the area on the map that the area is going to be comprised of. All right, and then what else? What else would you need? All right, you have laws to protect dissenters and defectors. Maybe some interstate trade rules or inter-area trade rules. All right, that works too. The starting elected officials, how elected officials or, rolled officials are going to be decided how long the terms last, essentially creating little mini governments within America as a whole, within America proper. All right? Just give people the opportunity to walk away, because the reality is what's really driving all the violence in this country is if I'm on the right, I do not want to be a part of all that bullshit that the left wants to push. And same vice versa. The left doesn't want to have anything to do with the right. That's fine. Let them split amicably. Let everything go, relatively smoothly. All right? It's as simple as that. Just leave people the fuck alone. It's the best fucking rule of all rules that you can have. All right? That's what we need in this country. So if you like the video, like, share, comment. I don't know about subscribe. We'll see what happens about videos in the future. I think this actually went pretty well. And beyond all that shit, have a good day, guys. Take care of yourselves. Watch out for the coof. Alright? And just, stand up for yourselves. Just, it's fucked up that I'm saying it now, but just have a voice. Alright? Good luck with Dark Winter. I'll see you next time, if there is a next time.